Yeah, I know a lot been going on, and I know it's hard right now, but I'm gonna just keep it real with you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. And the quicker you remember that, the quicker that you accept that, then you will understand that you have to worry about you. You have to take care of you. And to some degree, you gotta be selfish. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but if you don't take care of you, who else gonna take care of you? Nobody's gonna show up for you. You gotta show up for you. That level you trying to get to, you gotta put some work in that you ain't never put in before. You want a better life? You think it's just gonna fall out the sky? You think somebody just gonna walk up to you and say, hey, would you like to be rich? I'll buy you a house. I'll buy you a car. That's never gonna happen. So the quicker you get out your feelings and you realize that the only person that can help you is you, then you're gonna be in a better situation. You're gonna be in a better situation. But first of all, you gotta change the way you think, and then you got to get out your feelings and realize don't nobody owe you nothing. Don't nobody owe you nothing. You gonna need some faith to get where you going. True enough. But if you think that for 1 minute that somebody coming to save you and somebody just thinking about you all day like, yeah, I'm gonna help them win, you losing your mind. You losing your mind. And another thing, why you care about what people think about you? Why do you care about what people think about you? That's a real question to ask yourself. Why are you so concerned about what they think, what they say, who they are? Why? Are you doing things to please them? Do you want to please people, or are you looking to please God? And are you looking to please you, your circumstance, your family? Stop looking for validation from people. See, I had this conversation with a guy the other day, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, I don't really be caring because, man, people be acting this certain way. I say, hey, I can't argue with you. I ain't gonna lie, I can't argue with you on that because people do be tripping. You know what I'm saying? But what I told him is, I don't care what people do. I'm not gonna let people change me. Get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let people change who I am just because of who they are. I am the way that I am because of the way that I am. What I've been through made me who I am. And with the help of God, I'm not who I used to be. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna let nobody else change me and turn me into something that I ain't gotta be. Cause I wanna be who I wanna be. I don't want nobody to project nothing on me. But I told him, I say, expectation. When you expect stuff from people, that's when you get disappointed. See, I don't do things to expect nothing from people. You see what I'm saying? And so when you have that mind frame and when you realize that when you start expecting stuff from people, you set yourself up for heartbreak. You set yourself up for disappointment. You set yourself up to be in a situation where you done came so dependent on somebody when it don't work out, now you mad at them. They don't owe you nothing at all. Don't nobody owe you nothing. From the littlest thing, nobody owe you nothing. No matter how you feel, it could be family, friends, associate, whatever. They don't owe you nothing. So the minute you get out your feelings and realize that your expectations so high on people, God tell us that man gonna fail you. They not God. We not God. We not God. I know what you say, like it's the principle. Bro, I grew up on principle and law from the streets. But guess what? None of that exists no more. Ain't nobody lawyer. You see what I'm saying? And so because I ain't gonna change up who I am and what I believe, I'm gonna stay out your way. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the best thing to do. Stay out their way. They ain't built like you. They don't understand you. They don't understand your life. They don't understand where you come from. See, I had to really talk to myself about that because I was willing to die for people. They weren't gonna die for me. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. That stuff sound good. I die for you. That's crazy. That's foolish because the point of it all, can you live for me? You see what I'm saying? Can you live for me? I ain't gonna lie, you to tell my wife that, man, I'll do anything for you, I'll die for you. And then I had to come back years later when I'm mature. I say, nah, I'll live for you. You see what I'm saying? Because I need to be the best version of me. I need to keep growing. I need to do what I need to do for myself because when I'm my best self, things around me are good. You see what I'm saying? So I had to really understand and grow up. But being my circumstance, not having people to depend on, and I mean parents. Like I don't even mention friends or associate cousins, none of that. I didn't have parents to depend on. So my outlook on life is just different. And some people, they go through life and things don't go how they thought they was gonna go because now you became an adult, they be shocked. They be stuck, they be going through it mentally, be having mental breakdowns and all type of stuff. But the whole time you expecting people to be something for you that you not being for yourself. You see what I'm saying? You not growing. They are who they are. See, God put certain people in your life to help you along your journey. See, when you understand that, then you will understand that it's a season for everything. And on the journey, you got to fall in love with the journey, man. You can't be expecting people. Stop looking at man and focus on what God doing in your life. Focus on what God doing in your life. And I'm gonna say this: one of the best things that could have ever happened to me was growing up without parents. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I had my dad and my stepmother, but I didn't have my real mother. And that's about the best thing that could have happened to me. Now, when I was growing up, no, I ain't feel that way. I was heartbroken. I want to know why, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got my mother. You know what? I got a little brother. You know, you raising him, you ain't want me. That's where my mind was at. But when I met her, all that changed because, and we had a little, talk. I was angry and I shared how I felt at that time. But once we got past that, years later and stuff like that, and I started to get to know her, I was like, nah, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing with this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful and grateful that she was a part of the process of me being here. And I forgive her. I'm not mad at her or nothing. But what I thought, I had expectations. What I thought my mom was and who I wanted her to be is what she's not. And I can't fault her for not being that. I'm so thankful and grateful she done got over things that she been through in her past. I couldn't imagine going through the things she been through. But the thing about it is what I feel like I wanted, how I want to be loved and everything like that. It just wasn't it. And so I have to accept her the way that she is. And I do. You know what I'm saying? I seen friends, family, um, people that was close to me, and I seen how they have love from both parents. I got friends that got both parents, or they may just have their mom, and just from what I can see, because I haven't had that experience. You know, I ain't had no connection with my stepmother. You see what I'm saying? And it just looks so beautiful, the way they talk to each other, the way that they play around, whatever. I don't know what that feel like. And so I had the expectation that I would have that when I meet my mom, and it just wasn't that. And so um, I was let down when I met her and got to know her. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I still was, even though I forgave her, I still was battling the trauma effects of her not being there. I was. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I talk to my mother, we talk about God. You know, I try to encourage her and everything. But our connection just different. And I'm not searching for a mother. You get what I'm saying? I'm thankful for what God has done in my life. Because I know if I'd have grew up with her or whatever, from based off what I know, I wouldn't be who I am right now. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be who I am right now. And so I'm so thankful and grateful for that. And I love my mama dearly, but you know what I'm saying? I'm thankful for the way my life went. I don't regret nothing. I am grateful and thankful, you know. And with the help of God, you know what I'm saying? We gonna continue to grow. But as we growing, you know what I'm saying? Um, I just realized so much about me, about like how much I held on to different things. You know what I'm saying? About how certain things trigger me, you know, which is a big thing. You know, you get triggered by certain stuff and stuff like that. And I have grown so much instead of allowing things to hinder me and block my blessings or, you know, stop me becoming the best version of myself. You know, I work on me. You know what I'm saying? I do what I need to do to help me grow, help me be the best that I can be. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, nobody ain't gonna show up for me. Nobody has shown up for me, and nobody will show up for me. Only person that showed up for me, and it's not proving themselves, it's just who they are, is God. God has always been there for me, and I'm thankful and grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? But the minute you believe and you get through your head, ain't nobody gonna be there for you the minute you gonna get yourself together. But if you keep procrastinating and thinking somebody gonna be there for you, somebody gonna lend this helping hand, money gonna fall out the sky, you got another thing coming. So, man, I just wanted to make this video because I know a lot of people struggling with overcoming whatever that look like. You know what I'm saying? Overcoming a lot of heartbreak, overcoming a lot of trauma. That word trauma, man, it's a powerful word. And a lot of us don't give ourselves grace. But I want you to understand, nobody ain't gonna show up for you. You gotta show up for you. Your life gonna get better. Your life gonna change. But you just gotta trust the process. Keep God first, keep your faith, and just trust that if you put that same energy into you, no telling where you gonna be. But I promise you ain't gonna be in that same position. You're gonna go higher than you ever been. And I'm proof of it. So just keep on going, keep your faith, and keep pushing. God love you. Let's go.